So, you're new to Destiny raiding, here are some tips to get you started. This video is being made after Beyond Light's release. The Leviathan suite of raids are gone, and the raiding experience for free-to-play players is not looking good. Please check the description if anything has changed. I will try my best to update it. This is not a guide on how to do any of the raids. This video is for people that are thinking about raiding or are new to raiding. To give my background, while I am not a top 100 raider, I do have every raid title, flawless every raid except for Spire of Stars, and have over 300 raid clears. In summary, Destiny raids are an endgame experience, and are the pinnacle activity of Destiny. There are currently 3 raids. If you own Forsaken, you get the Last Wish raid. If you own Shadowkeep, you get Garden of Salvation, and if you own Beyond Light, you get the Deepstone Crypt. If you are watching this video, you probably don't have 5 other people to play with. So how are you supposed to do this? There are many looking for groups, or more commonly known as LFG sites, on the internet. There is a Discord server, the Destiny app has an LFG page. Just type in Destiny LFG on Google and you'll find everything you possibly need. Slow down there though, you can't just join an LFG willy-nilly. We need to go over some terms that are crucial in LFG language. Probably the most common one you'll see is kwtd. This stands for know what to do. Self-explanatory. There are people that like raiding but don't want to spend 3 hours teaching someone new. Steer clear of these posts until you have done the raid fully at least a few times, and you are confident in multiple roles. 2 sides of the same coin are fresh and CP. Fresh means it's a fresh start of the raid. No progress has been made, no bosses have been killed, or no chests have been opened. CP stands for checkpoint. This means there has been progress made. Either a boss, an encounter, anything has been completed. I just mentioned encounter. Encounter is any moment in the raid that has a checkpoint. The start of an encounter is signified by a place to put a rally flag and a no respawn zone. You must complete an encounter to progress in the raid, and at the end of every encounter is a chest with loot in it. Prestige means the prestige mode of a raid. This is the hardest version that requires mastery of the normal raid and understanding of new mechanics. Steer clear of prestige mode until you have a full understanding of the raid in and out. Luckily, there are no prestige raids currently in the game, but if they do return, then now you know. Sherpa means a person that is teaching the group how to do something. This is a goldmine for new players. They're rare, but if you see a Sherpa run in an LFG site, grab it as soon as possible. Cheese is something you will see in other raids, most infamously the ribbon cheese. Just for the sake of inclusion, cheese means a fast, easy way to bypass the intended way of doing an encounter. Most LFG sites will also abbreviate raid names. LW means Last Wish, GOS means Garden of Salvation, DSC means Deepstone Crypt. So let's go over this. If you see GOS, Boss CP, KWTD, Need To, what does this mean? This means that the group is looking for 2 players to be a complete fire team of 6. They are in the Garden of Salvation raid on the final boss checkpoint. You need to know what to do to be accepted in the raid. You might be asking right now, can't I just watch a video explanation and really pay attention, then I will know what to do? No, you need experience. Follow-up question, how will they tell if I'm experienced? Let me introduce you to Raid Report. Destiny's API is open sourced, which means I can look up any player in the game and tell you how many times they have completed a raid. I can see your fastest time, your clear rate percentage, and even each individual raid is logged, so you can check how many kills you have. I can tell exactly what kind of raider you are just by looking at this screen. So where should you go if you're trying to understand how a raid actually works? I recommend 2 YouTube channels and their raid guides. The first is Datto. He has an excellent in-depth explanations on how and why of each raid, and the breakdown of each encounter individually. The second is Ninja Pups. He has some great condensed no-nonsense guides and go over the how but not really the why. If you need a pretty quick explanation or just a good refresher, I recommend him. Now there is a third channel that we won't talk about or name. Seriously, don't watch this content. Before you go into a raid, you're going to need some weapons. The main factor is being able to survive and stay alive. Find some weapons that can fulfill that role. If you can get your hands on a purple rarity SMG in the middle energy slot, those are pretty good. The falling guillotine sword is also a good pickup and can now drop just by playing the game. The xenophage is a gun that drops from a quest and a dungeon. The lament is also good, but again requires a quest. Purple rarity shotguns in the top slot is a good choice, and there are tons of weapon builds to choose from. If you want the ins and outs of a weapon build, check out ehroar's channel. Well, that's pretty much it. I know entering into a Destiny raid for potentially the first time can be quite daunting. I hope this helped out somewhat in your new raiding experience. I hope you enjoy the raids as much as I and many other players do. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments and I'll try to answer them. Thanks for watching.